What's up YouTube, Dale here from Zephyr Wargames, bringing you a test hand video for the Lightsworn deck profile that I showed you guys the other day. Now what we're going to do is we'll do our standard test hands, but this time we're only going to do 2 going first and 2 going second, just because the combos and the plays of this deck can extend quite far. So we're going to use our best in capabilities to keep this short, sweet and simple, and give you as much detail and information as possible with how this deck operates. So after a good old shuffle and a very fair cut, our opening hand of 5 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad at all. So we're going to just start off with the Lone Fire combo. So Lone Fire into Lone Fire into Lone Fire into Scorpio. And straight away that deck thins quite a lot. There we go. Then you're going to use Scorpio's effect. You can either get rid of the Scorpio or get rid of Rex. It's really up to you on which one you want. Obviously Rex just gives you that additional level 4 with a bit of an attack. So it's entirely up to you on which one you want to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of Scorpio first. Scorpio is going to give us Cobra. And then Cobra is going to search us out Brilliant Fusion. Then of course what we're going to do is we're going to overlay these guys up here into our MX Saber Invoker. Use Invoker's effect to get ourselves our heroic challenger Excalibur. Thousand Blades, sorry. There we go. We're then going to link these two guys together and go into Messias Radiant. Then we're going to activate our Brilliant Fusion, and our Brilliant Fusion is going to get us our Gem Knight Seraphonite. By sending Trick Clown and Garnet. So send in both of those. That then of course grants us with the additional normal summon. We're going to use Trick Clown's effect, paying 1,000 life points to bring him back from grave, and then Heroic Challenger will bring himself back from grave. We're then going to activate Charge of the Light Brigade. So again, I'm going to make sure this has got a decent cut. So we're going to mill the top 3 cards of our deck. Wolf, very nice. And then we're going to get a Raiden, and Raiden will be our additional normal summon. There we go. Now we can extend our board quite far further forward as well. So obviously good old shuffle there. Normal summon our Raiden on our additional normal. Use Raiden's effect to mill 2. And we feel a Felice and a Raiden. Ah, that Felice. If I'd... Probably could have overlaid first. Oh well. That's my mistake. Probably should have got rid of some of these first to then open up space for Felice to come on board. But we need the additional normal summon. What I should have done is use the additional normal summon, then linked all 3 of these together. 3 different earth monsters, 1 fairy, 1 beast, 1 warrior. And gone into Curious. Then Curious on summon would have sent a Felice. So it would have changed the course of the game anyway. But we're going to send the Felice. The Felice is then going to get her effect off anyway. But then of course Curious will go off as well. There we go, so Felice comes back, Curious mills 3. Put those there. We can then overlay these guys, overlay with Clown. Go into Minerva, mills another 3. 1, 2, 3. No draws off that one, but we do have a Snow now in grave. If we want to, we can sync these guys together. We could go into a Bagooska or a Tornado Dragon if you wanted to, but we can also go into our Omega. Then if we want to, we can use Snow's effect to make sure Omega is live during our next turn. It's entirely up to you on what you want to play with that one. But then you would pass over to your opponent's turn. You can rip one from your opponent's hand. If Minerva goes, you'll pop in stuff. You've also got Trick Clown that will come back, plus Heroic Challenger, plus your Fairy Tale Snow as well. So you've got quite a lot of extension there. And you can banish Rex from hand and then bring Rex back out. So you actually can turn your board, even if your opponent clears your board, you can turn your board from nothing into another 4 monsters again as well. Which is just kind of comes to show the recoup ability that Lightsworns have. Anyway, so that was our first test hand. Not massively explosive, but you can kind of see the type of plays it can go through. You did have other options there, like you didn't have to go into Curious. Obviously I misplayed a little bit there with the Felice. And then with you could have gone into a Saruja. Saruja would have helped you extend your board a bit more. And maybe during your next turn could have got you a JD. So that's probably where, if you go with that, you're playing further forward for your next turn. Playing more into your turn 2. Anyway, let's go to our second test hand going first. So again, after a very decent shuffle and a good old cut, our next hand of 5 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokie. Let's have a look. So if we normal summon our Goblinberg, use Goblinberg's effect to bring out our Scorpio. Use Scorpio's effect to get rid of Felice, because Felice is very dead in our hand. That can give us our Brilliant Fusion eventually. That will give us our Cobra. There we go. Cobra will then get us Brilliant Fusion. We can then overlay these guys here into our MX Saber Invoker. There we go. Use Invoker's effect to special summon out Heroic Challenger Thousand Blades. There we go. Now you can link all 3 of these up if you want to. You can't go into brain's gone dead. You can't go into Curious. Don't know why my brain went dead there. As long as you link those 2 together to give yourself your Mistress Radiant, then activate your Brilliant Fusion. Brilliant Fusion, of course, will give you your Seraphonite, but then on turn by sending your Garnet and your Trick Clown. There we go. You'll pay 1,000 on your Trick Clown, bring that one back. And then, because you've taken damage, you'll bring back your Heroic Challenger Thousand Blades as well. Now, we've got the additional normal summon, but unfortunately we can't normal summon our Wolf. So we ideally want to be getting that to our hand. Now, we can mill a bit more if we want to as well. It's entirely up to you. You can go 2 ways here. You can go into a Saruja. Now, if you go into Saruja, you want to maintain your Seraphonite. That lets you get rid of your dead cards. So that's one route you can go. Your other route is you can overlay into a Minerva, mill, and hopefully get more monsters out that way. And then, of course, you can Foolish Burial your Wolf as well. So the way you kind of want to go about this is if you overlay into Minerva, you're going to be playing the gamble that you draw off of her mill effect, and then get a monster you can use your additional normal summon on. Alternatively, if you go into your Saruja, Saruja gives you guaranteed draws and reshuffle, and you can put your Wolf back. And then you'll have place to go further forward there, because your Foolish Burial would bring something out, your Saruja will let you special something out, and then you'll still have the additional normal summon off of Seraphonite. So it's whether you're feeling lucky, like how much level of luck do you want. So if you go for Saruja, which would you lose your Trick Clown, but you'll gain more consistency. If you go into Minerva, which is what we'll do here, you're going pure luck. You want to mill as many Lightsworns as possible. 1, 2, 3. You milled none. So that's where the luck kind of comes back and bites you in the butt. If that hadn't gone the other way, so look, we haven't changed the deck. So if it was off the Saruja, they would have been off 4. So you would have put Lone Fire back, you would have put Wolf back, and then you would have put, I'd say, Eclipse back. So you would have had a Snow and a Judgment. But regardless, Eclipse stays back on top of deck. They get milled off of Minerva. Still get your Foolish Burial, so you can activate your Foolish and send, probably ideally is your Wolf. Or your Rex. You could send your Rex. Rex would give you a bit more play with as well. So if you send your Rex, you're then going to be using your Snow's ability in Graveyard a bit more. So it's up to you. You can then link up if you want to. If you go Mistress Radiant with your Goblinberg, they go to Grave. You can go into Decode, you can go into Trispania. Have we got 3 Earth? Yeah, we've got 3 different Earth. We could go into our Curious. Obviously, the biggest issue with doing all this is we just lose our additional normal summon. if we get rid of our Seraphonite. So it's entirely up to you on which kind of angle you'd want to go there. If you want to maintain all of this, you'd use Snow's effect to banish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring Snow out. That would then get you Rex. You could then go 3 Earth, Warrior, Beast, and Dino. That would give you Curious. Curious would then use her ability to send Felice. You'd then shuffle your deck. Still maintaining your additional normal summon, don't forget that. Curious would then mill 3. Not too bad. Felice would then revive herself. Bring her back here. And then you can choose to go into a Tornado Dragon or a Baguska, depending on whatever you prefer. Obviously, Tornado Dragon gives you quicker access to getting Snow to graveyard to provide your opponent with more disruption. But unfortunately, because we haven't drawn into anything, this is what I'm saying was it's luck based. Because we haven't drawn into anything else that's going to be useful for us to normal summon of Seraphonite, you can either try and sit on Seraphonite until next turn, hope that she survives to get your additional effect, or of course you can do a link 3 or a link 4 with Curious. So again, it comes down to you. Because we're going to gamble it, we might as well gamble it in link 4 if we're not going to have anything on board. So there's our Saruja. Saruja gives 1, 2, 3, 4. None of them are of any use to us whatsoever right now. Scorpio, Brill, and 1 Wolf back. At least we've got a JD that will be live next turn. So that's the 2 different. You can then special summon this Wolf here. And then if you wanted to, you could use Snow again just to give you your Tornado Dragon. So all you've really done is upgrade your board to a Saruja. So yeah, that hand we kind of wasn't bad by all means. We just kind of went around a little bit further than we needed to, just to push as far forward as this deck would allow. Anyway, now let's start getting a bit more aggressive. This is where the JD really comes into his own. This is where he wins you the game. He's an absolute beast of a card. So after a good old shuffle, and our opening hand of 6 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Busted! That's actually a really good hand. Like the worst thing in this hand is Giant Rex. That is about it. So we'll normal summon our Scorpio. We'll use Scorpio's effect to pitch Rex. Get us our Cobra in Brilliant. There's our Brilliant. There's our Cobra. Overlay those. Now obviously our opponent's going to have some form of board presence, but with our test hands we can only go with what we know. So we're going to go with our opponent having very minimal interaction, if any. Alright, Challenger, link into Messias Radiant. Brilliant Fusion. Send in Garnet and Clown. Very standard play on this one. Garnet and Clown. Paying a K on the Clown after we get our Seraphonite out. There we go. Playing a K on the Clown to bring him back. And then Heroic Challenger comes back over there. We've got our additional normal summon now. Shuffle that up. Oh, hello. So we've got our additional normal summon now as well. We've got nothing that much use in the graveyard right now. So what we can do is we'll activate Charge. We'll mill 3 from the top of our deck. Wolf. Wow. Cool. Wolf's effect goes off. Let's bring him out. Charge then goes off to search out our Raiden. That can go to the graveyard there. Still maintaining our additional normal summon. Do not worry about that. Overlay these 2 into our Minerva. Use Minerva's effect, detaching Wolf. Mill 3, 1, 2, 3. Get 1 draw. Oh, Foolish Burial. Hello. Very, very nice. And now we're just going to extend. We can extend for days now. Absolutely extend for days. So the only thing we're missing is like a snow engrave and a way of getting JD to hand, but we still have the additional normal summon as well. But for our additional normal summon, we kind of want 3 monsters on board. So what we're going to do is if we link those together, give ourselves our decode over here, unlocking a space here, gives us 3 spaces on board. Now the reason we want 3 spaces on board is there's actually quite a lot we can do here. So if we activate our solar recharge, discarding our Raiden, draw 2, mill 2. Why are the mills always worse than like the draws are always what you want to mill, and what you mill is what you always want to draw. Anyway, that puts them in graveyard, which isn't that bad. Then what we can do is we can normal summon our Goblin Burger for our additional of Seraphinite. That can then special summon out our Lumina. We can then use Lumina's effect to get rid of the snow because we want snow engrave, and bring back our Raiden. Then we can we can link again. Ideally, you've got to go straight into a link 4 if you want to. We can go into a link 2. Entirely actually, we're just trying to clear up space on the board because the Foolish Barrel will give us a wolf back. Raiden's still got a mill 2 as well, and that can bring us anything. Snow is now live with a giant Rex engrave on top of that. So it really is up to you on kind of where you can go from here. We've got a Curious that's live. We just ideally don't want to lose our Minerva. Let's go with have to lose this Minerva, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3. Let's get rid of Lumina. 4. We're going to go for game. Why not? Going to Borrow Load. Obviously, it does mean that we lose Clown, but because we're going for game, it shouldn't really matter. Use Raiden's effect to mill 2. Not the best 2 to mill. Then, of course, we can Foolish Burial. Send another Wolf, or you can send another Snow. We've got more than enough engrave for Snow, so it's up to you on what you want. If we go Snow, play Snow's effect, banishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Banish those 7, bring us Snow far away from Borrow Load. Then we can sync these guys up into Omega. We've got game. You know, we haven't nuked our opponent's board, but our decode is now on 33. Depending on what our opponent has as well. Borrowed attack, still something puts it there. We've got 2 snows, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we've got more than enough to do both snows. Plus we've got the Brilliant and the Felice on board. So we've got more than enough to do just 2 snows. We've got an attack with whatever we steal here. We've got a 33 there. We've got a 28 there. We've got an 1850 there, 1850 there. Then our main phase 2, if we want to shut, if we haven't killed our opponent, which we should have done by now, we can shut our opponent down with a Baguska, or we can shut our opponent down with a Tornado Dragon. But regardless, that should pretty much be game. Omega can recycle anything we want to off of the Banishes of Snow. And then, of course, we could have banished a Rex as well. Rex would have then hit the board, even though it couldn't attack directly. If our opponent had a monster on board, it would have dealt with that as well. So that's it for going second. Definitely, you know, majority that's a game, that kind of board. Obviously, the only shame is we didn't get JD. JD would have confirmed the game for us. Anyway, now let's do our last test hand going second, and let's see what we can end with. So our last hand of 6 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Just wow. All the mills. Charge, mill 3. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Add Raiden. Charge, mill 3. After we shuffled, of course. One, 2, 3. Eclipse Wyvern's ability. Banish. Oh, we'll add first, then banish. So we'll add a Lumina. We're going to circle for our Luminas, and then we're going to banish a JD off of Eclipse Wyvern. We're then going to activate Solar Recharge, and we'll discard a Lumina to draw 2, then mill 2. Oh, Garnet. At least we've got a Snow. And then we milled a Snow and a Foolish Burial. Cool. Then we're going to normal summon our Goblinberg. Goblinberg's effect is going to bring us out a Lumina. We're going to use Lumina's effect to discard Raiden and bring back a Lumina. We're then going to use this Lumina's effect to discard Snow and bring back Raiden. Raiden, we're going to use his ability to mill 2. We mill a Felice, so Felice is going to bring herself back. We can go ham, we can go straight into a Saruja with these 4 here. Or of course we can go into a Minerva for those additional mills. We can go into an MX Xavier Invoker actually. Let's go with MX first. I think I've got, or did we mill? I might have milled the Heroic Challenger. Actually, that's not that bad. We can go into MX Xavier Invoker, use Invoker's effect to bring out our second Goblinberg. There we go. Then we can link those together for our Messius Radiant. Then we can overlay these 2 for Minerva. Detach one off Minerva. Mill 1, 2, 3. Wow, Trick Clown. Yeah, that works. Trick Clown's ability, pay a K, bring that back. Because we took damage, bring back our Heroic Challenger. Still have Monster Reborn as well. That Monster Reborn can go anywhere. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And go into Borrowload. We still got, like, the plays are still endless here. We can still get a JD on board and everything. So if we go Snow, banish in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eclipse Wyvern lets us have that back to hand. Keep Snow far away from that spare zone of Borrowloads. Trying to think how much further can we extend link-wise. Got another Snow if I want to bring that Snow out. I'm going to Bujinte Amaterasu. Yeah, let's go with Amaterasu then, shall we? So we're going to banish 1, 2, no, hang on. Need to make sure that these stay engraved, well those 2 anyway. I need to get the Minerva and the Raiden engraved to get the JD out. Can I get into Saruja? I think I can get into a Saruja as well. Yeah, so if I banish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Snow, put that there. Keep those 2 engraved. Banishing those. Got 3 lights, so we can go Fairy, Warrior, Spellcaster, Curious. Curious's ability, send in Felice. Felice comes back, and then Curious's ability to mill 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got Rex. Yeah, boy. We now have 4 engraved, so we've got Minerva, Raiden, Felice, and Lumina. That then lets us get JD to board. JD can nuke it if he wants to. We've got this space clear off of Borrowload Dragon. Still have Monster Reborn as well, so entirely up to you on where you want to go with that. You can link even further forward should you want to. But now from this point on, it is literally just overextension. Snow can get us Rex and herself to board. You can use Felice's effect to trivia it off. You've got Monster Reborn. Like, the plays are endless from here. This is definitely game. Like, Borrowed Attack steals whatever it is. Or you just JD, nuke the board and bring out 2 snows. Two snows and a Monster Reborn. So let's go, alright. Let's guarantee we're going to win this one. So we go JD, nuke the board, pay an AK. And your opponent's like, what? Okay. Then you go Monster Reborn. Bring back Borrow Load. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 snow, and then that gets you Rex back. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gets you your second snow back. Then, because your Rex can't attack, you can either link up or you can overlay. Go overlay into Amaterasu. Amaterasu detaches 1. And then can bring back your strongest monster from your banish zone that is a level 4 or lower. Believe it or not, I think it's actually Garnet. Just bring back your Garnet. 3, 6, 8, 6, and then another 19 there. Absolutely devastating. So that is it for the Lightsworn test hands. I hope this helps. I hope it's given you a couple of ideas. Obviously, that last test hand was probably a bit of overextension over combos, just to kind of show you the other outs that you have. Snow is always going to be powerful to deal with and cause your opponent huge amounts of issues. So never underestimate Snow. Always check your opponent's graveyard if they're playing Lightsworns, because that Snow will come back and bite you in the butt. That is a given. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.